We should explore it. We should see what the opportunities of new technologies can be, as we are now in the middle of the beginning of the digital age. Tremendous opportunities are there. But we should also, of course, look at the problems that come with it. As liberals, we should make sure that privacy is respected in the digital age. But that shouldn't make us stop the development of these new technologies. It should make us think of how we can get together the growth and the profit of these new technologies, the personal profit that we can all have, the way to find a better life, and at the same time protect the individual. So I believe it's important that we expand what we understand when we're talking about growth. We think of technology, that we think of education, that we think of personal growth, that we think of all sorts of growth that can make people live a better life. Secondly, I would like to just make a few remarks on inequality. When I first saw this motto, I thought, why am I attending a conference of liberals talking or addressing the issue of inequality? I'm not a social democrat, I'm not a socialist, because those are the guys that are debating the case of inequality in my country. And what they basically mean is we should reduce everybody to a medium, same sort of style of life and income and everything. And we should make everyone more or less the same. The same income, the same knowledge, the same education, the same style of life. So that's the way this is discussed in my country. And I don't agree with that. That's not what I want. I think people are different. There's no question. Each and every one of us is an individual, came with his own history, with what he knows, with his own genetic code, with his own family background. We're all different. And it's great to be different. So, inequality is an issue. And I don't want, if you say reducing inequality and you put a question mark behind it, I would say no and yes. I don't want differences between individuals to be wiped out or washed away. And to be honest, as you were addressing rich people, I don't mind people being rich. That's nice for them. But actually, I do mind if people are poor. And I do mind if they don't have a chance to change that. And I do mind a society where some people are rich, but don't pay their share in a society or to the communities that has given them the opportunity to become rich. Rich people should pay taxes. If they run businesses, they should pay their people decent wages, because it's their workers that create their wealth. I think we must, as liberals, ask the question, where are responsibilities linked to these things? And I don't think there are easy answers to that. I think these are answers that are difficult. Because, of course, inequality can be something that pushes people, makes people ambitious. But at the same time, we must make sure that we don't, as liberals say, okay, inequality is a good thing as such. We should never say that. We should always say there can be inequalities, there can be differences between people. But a truly liberal society will always make sure that each and everyone has the same chances to build their own lives. And there should be no difference in that sense of inequality. There should be no difference in the way that the laws regarding to the individual. Each and every citizen has the right to address a court, to address the police. Each and every citizen should be equal before the law. That is a realm of life where we cannot accept inequality. The chances in education should be there for everybody. And everybody should have the same chances to attend school, to attend the best possible school for him or her personally. Each and everybody should have a chance to attend university to the best of their personal capabilities and capacities. And these are things that a liberal society must ensure. So in that sense, I am completely against inequality. And I think it is a task for liberals to fight inequality. We need an equality of chances for individuals. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me, as a third point, come back to what you have been addressing, though. That's the idea of what do corporate leaders have to do with freedom and these kind of questions. And I would extend the responsibility also to political leaders. I think it's good that if we, as people from free countries, promote democracy and promote rule of law, I think there's a moral obligation. If you're in a free country, you can speak up. And whenever I think of my friends that are a bit more on the other side of, in the same country, but in the other system, let me put it that way, I think that it means a lot to them if people from free countries come to visit them or speak up on their behalf, and we should keep on doing that. So there's a moral obligation to speak up for freedom, for human rights and democracy. But we should go beyond that, and that is where I believe corporate leaders and democratic leaders come in, political leaders come in. We should also stand up and say democracy and the rule of law is in our interest. There's a big business interest in having the rule of law. There's a political interest in having democratic states because it means less conflict, it means less inequality. It is something that makes the world a better place for business, a better place for life, and I believe we should make that step. I know that in the European debate it's not very nice to talk about human rights being in your interest, because people say, no, it's for moral reasons. No, I believe it is, we have good moral grounds to be in favor of human rights and democracy, but we also have interest. We have an interest in the spread of democracy and human rights. So that is a point that we should make more and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I believe we're here in the middle of a fantastic region with fantastic world, with exciting possibilities, but also with the challenge of the liberal ideas by quite a few authoritarian systems and rulers. We should challenge them. If they challenge us, our ideas of freedom and democracy, of protection of the individual, we should speak back to them. We should argue in favor of individual freedom, because that is why we're calling ourselves liberals, and that's why we're here. Thank you very much.